Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the street, every freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like. Where's the fun in doing what you're told? But I don't mind even though I lose control. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. So call me whenever, 'cause a night like this, it never gets old. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the street, every freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like. So baby, come and take my hand tonight, and know that everything will be alright. When we dance and we fall and we don't care at all. Now we just sing the la 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 la.
Hello, everyone.
What up, everybody?
It's tea time. Ah! Another Sunday. I'm so
Another
excited.
Sunday.
We love hanging out with you guys.
We do. It's our favorite time of day.
It's
Favorite time
so
of week, I should say.
great. Oh my goodness. So how is everybody doing? It is a long weekend for a lot of you.
For a lot of you, yeah.
A lot of people have a long weekend. Woohoo! So I hope you're enjoying your weekend and you're having a great time. A safe time, by the
Safe
way.
time, yeah.
Be safe. Because that old COVID's still out there. Do not forget that. It's very important. We all want to cruise again, so let's stay safe. Ah,
Sounds pretty good here.
yay!
Ooh.
Whew. Hello, everyone. We have so many people.
Hello, yeah.
Hello.
Ooh, la la la.
We have so many people. Why don't you give a hello shout out to as many people as you can?
Go for it.
I don't have a
I've just been
thing.
typing.
Yeah, but you have
We've got
to chat.
Stereotypical Cruiser. We got Jenny. We got Alan. We got Liz. We got Valerie. We got Allison. We got Patty. We got Ella. We got Jen. We got Karen. We got all kinds of people. We got Ann. We got it all. Kelly. I can't see anyone else's names. I'm sorry. Everybody. There's a lot of people in here. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Yeah, woo.
Thank you guys for joining us again
Hold the phone real
on
quick. Go for
another
it.
on another Sunday tea time with Sean and Stef. It's things are going good with us. It's been a hard week this week, but we'll get into the health stuff when we get to that segment. Remember, I have a graphic. And I'm using it because I made it. But yeah, we're glad to see you guys. Hello, Emma. No, Sean threw a shout out to you. You have tomorrow off work too. Yay! That's fantastic. I think there's a lot of people have tomorrow off, which is great. It's a long weekend for a lot of people. We will be working as always, but a lot of people have it off tomorrow. But I don't think that I have any production meetings tomorrow. I'm not really sure yet. So we'll see about that. For my animation that I'm working on, I'm hoping that everybody's off and that gives me another week to get caught up. Because if you guys didn't know, if you're looking through our vlogs, our daily vlogs, and you are missing a few, there are 2 that we took out. We took out 1 because there was a mistake in the video, so we had to take that out. And then the other one, we were in Jacksonville, and the laptop that we had decided to completely blow up. No reason, no way it should have happened, but it did, and it took all the footage for that day with it, and we couldn't renumber them because Sean had already made the next one and it already was numbered, so we weren't going to re-export another whole thing. So it's just missing RIP footage, video footage from that day. So it was a good day too. It was the day that we went to Jacksonville and we did a whole tour of the hotel that we were staying in and the beach, and what can you do? It happens. So is everybody, Sean's not here, but I'll do a dance. Thank you so much. Heather, thank you. You are amazing. Thank you so much for your super chat. You are awesome, making it dance in here. Wah, wah. Not sure where Sean went, but I'll do the dancing for everybody. That's really awesome of you. Thank you so much. And yes, for the next batch of sorbet, I am in love with sorbet. I'm going to open a sorbet shop, I think. I don't know. But this week I made mango sorbet, and it was so good. It is like eating the freshest, ripest mango that you could possibly ever find in a frozen form. So good. And Kelly, yes, we did have chili again today, but we did. So Sean had chemo this past week. He had chemo on Tuesday, and he hasn't had chemo in 5 weeks. And the chili has garlic in it. As you know, if you watch the vlogs, Public shorted me on my garlic clove that one day. And garlic actually is a smell aversion for Sean. And we forgot about it. He hasn't ever had that. He hasn't had that smell aversion in a long time. So when I was cooking, he was throwing up. I felt so bad. I was crying because I was like, how do you stop the smell? I had all the fans in the house going. I had everything, and I felt terrible.
Excuse me. Sorry. Chemo.
We had
Hi.
a super chat. I danced.
Oh, woo, woo.
From Heather Forster. Yeah.
Thank you, Heather Forster. I apologize for having to leave, everybody. Sometimes you just have to leave.
That's right. That's all right. We're chatting, having a chat. We're chatting about your chili and how I felt bad because I made it. It has garlic in it.
Yeah.
But the cooked chili is okay. Sean doesn't have an issue.
I will say this. I have the ultimate sympathy for pregnant women now. I completely 100% understand in a whim how a smell that's normally wonderful can make you just want to scream and run for the hills. Ever since I started chemo, almost all my favorite things have changed taste, and that's one of the side effects. And garlic, I love garlic. It makes me vomit. It took, at least an hour of you spraying that spray in the bathroom and putting a cover over my mouth. And
It was
Remember,
bad.
it was bad.
I felt so bad. I
So-
mean, I was crying. I was so upset with myself.
I certainly feel for pregnant women. I completely understand the terror that is.
Yeah, I was really, really upset with myself. But after it was cooked and then I aired out, I Lysoled the whole house to make it
She let
smell
it air out in the
good.
backyard.
I cooled it down in the backyard.
That's awesome.
I stuck the pot of chili outside, and so it would cool down, not in the house. But what can you do? Well, I'll know now next time. I'll just tell Sean to go into another room while he make his chili, because he's eating it now, which is really good. Oh, yes. That we actually read that chemotherapy with the different side effects that you have with chemo is the closest thing that men can have to being pregnant. I haven't been pregnant, so I don't know.
Nonstop vomiting in every direction from every orifice all day long. Everything makes you tired. You're constantly tired. You don't get to sleep. Pain across the abdomen. I mean, I check off a lot of boxes, so I feel really bad for you. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I really, really don't. So, yeah. So anyway, someone just asked if we were going on a cruise anytime soon, and they're going on a cruise in November.
Woo! We have no cruises planned from the United States at this moment.
All of our cruises were canceled for us.
Yes. So no, we don't have any plans right now. Our only cruise that is planned for us is in February, and that's going to be our group cruise on Mariner of the Seas. If that happens, I don't know. That's all up in the air. But it is still on at this point. They haven't canceled any 2021 cruises yet in the United States. Well, that might be coming soon, since we're getting into the third quarter or the fourth quarter of the year. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So I was talking about my mango sorbet. So good. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's lovely. If you like mango, it's the best. It's a little too sweet for me. I prefer the lemon over the sweet, but that's good because now she has a favorite and I have a favorite. We don't fight over it.
That's right.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Glad you're in here, brother.
So if you guys have missed it, if you are new to us, new to Tea Time with Sean and Stef, first of all, everybody get your drinks up because we got to cheers. It's tea time.
Cheers.
So here's to another week for you guys and for us. And we hope you have another great week. So cheers, tea time. Cheers. Yay.
That'd be awesome. Smashed. It went Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for your super chat.
I had a dance.
Lots of love from Larry and Michelle in Pittsburgh. Well, we have nothing but love for Pittsburgh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Tazier Travel wants to know if we've put the lemon in with the mango. That's crazy talk. And that's next. I'm sure we'll mix it up at some point. But
I
no, we
did
have
get,
not.
I think, Ella. I think Ella sent me, or Stef. Somebody sent me on Instagram pineapple mango recipe. So pineapple mango. You really like Dole Whips at the parks, so I think that's a good match. That's all I have.
Alan Millman asks, how many cruises have we been on? Well, our next cruise for the channel will be number 20. It will also be our 50th cruise total. So we're at 49 and 19, if you want to look at it that way. 19 for the channel and 49 for us in general. And we had like 5 or 6 planned for the year that were planned for us. It was going to be a fantastic year, and then some kind of pandemic or something happened. I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure what it was.
Something happened, and then we all stopped cruising for some reason. So, all right.
Yeah, we're really excited because our next cruise is going to be our 50th cruise for Sean and myself, and our 20th for the channel, which is we're just so excited about.
And there's talk about if and when I get healthy, us now renewing our vows at sea. Stephanie brought that up in the Sean and Steph Cruise Buddies group, and that thread went crazy. I think it had over 1,000 comments in it. So there is very much talk about when things pan out and things settle down, provided this thing doesn't kick my butt, we renew our vows at sea, because we never had a wedding. So we eloped, and that was just how it is. So it would be fun to celebrate with you, our cruise family.
It would be so fun. I'm going to get a white dress and all that stuff.
Can't wear it after Labor Day, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I can. I will. No, I'm really excited about it because we didn't get to do that whole thing, and to be able to spend it with you guys would be extra magical, and to celebrate Sean making it to the next stage of this disease would also be amazing. So that's our plan. That's our plan. So
that is our plan.
Speaking of that, like I was saying, if you're new to our channel and you're new to everything going on, take a look. We have daily vlogs going on.
We do.
It keeps Sean occupied during the day, as far as giving him a purpose to get up out of bed. One of the things that's the hardest is the mental anguish of chemo. It's very dark. We talked about that in this week's vlogs. You'll see that coming up. It's just really, really dark place. So doing the daily vlogs helps Sean get out of that dark place and get to relive our memories. And so we're reliving them for you. Here's a replay. I'm talking too much.
So that was an awesome little edit that Stephanie did about our daily vlogs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Daniel Lark asks, do we have any plans to return to the likes of P&O and Cunard in the future? Absolutely, for both. Loved P&O, Ventura and Azura, right?
Yes. I want to go on Iona so bad.
Oh, yeah. And Britannia, and I want to do it all. I love P&O. And Cunard is the only line we haven't done that sails out of the United States. So definitely going to do Cunard as well. And I'm going to like dressing up. I'm going to wear a monocle.
Yeah,
maybe.
You already have a cane.
Yeah, I don't have a monocle yet, though. But
Sean had a cane from his Halloween costume when he was a vampire.
Ella wrote something during the video that I need to pass on. I'm sure he's lurking in here, Ella. He might be, he might not be, but a lot of times after the lives, I get a text message saying, hey, good live. So he's most likely watching and probably loves the fact that you're a fan of his. What Ella's talking about is my dad has become a part of our community, kind of like Josh Hokum and Mama Hokum. Dad Mullen is in the house, and he posts what he posts, and they're often quite funny, and it's great. He is a huge supporter of me and my journey right now, and typically every other day a giant box of Gatorade shows up on the front door or something, courtesy of him.
He's amazing.
He is amazing. So thank you for all your love and support, Dad. And Ella, if my dad's lurking, he's probably smiling ear to ear that you noticed him. So. He's got a lot of followers.
Rick, you can actually put a comment.
Yeah, Dad, if you're in here, which I'm like pretty certain you are, you can type in and say hi, Ella, if you'd like. It's up to you.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, it's very cool that he's a part of our journey. That just warms my heart.
It does. He's amazing.
And here's Emma. Love Daddy Mullen. And here's Allison. Rick is amazing. Everybody knows my dad. Can't spell Stef's name to save her life. But everybody knows Dad.
That is so true.
Hey, how do you spell Stef?
Eh.
It's usually Step
Yeah, the PH gets everybody.
or FPH. That's my favorite. Just
Yeah.
cover all your bases.
It's a hard one. Thanks,
All these
Mom.
people, your dad rocks. Kai. Lisa says, you know what? We should just shut this down and call it Tea Time with Rick. Because it's really all
We
about...
have space.
Yeah, we're right
Rick,
here.
You can come be a
We'll do
guest.
Sean and Steph and
And
Dad.
I'll put
And Dad.
We'll put it over there.
Patty Stevens, your dad
We have
rocks.
space for you. You're always welcome in our
Look at
studio.
all this love for you, Dad. Wow.
All right, since we're talking about Sean's dad, that takes us to our health update, and we're going to get into that now. So here we go. Aw, health update.
It's a health update. Wow.
So fun.
It feels like after all that, the news is going to be like a letdown. Seems like there was an awful lot for, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. All right, next segment.
Ta-da! Yeah, somebody asked how many cats we have. We have 4. We have 4 cats.
4 gatos.
Health update. Sean did have chemo this week on Tuesday.
Did on Tuesday.
And then had his pump removed on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the daily vlog for both, I think, are up. For pump removal.
I think so. We're a little behind because of the nature of the chemo. While I do feel better, I've been very lethargic and no energy. Every week is different. I've never had 2 weeks that are the same. They're similar. That's the other great thing about Dad. He's like my cancer historian. He'll let me know typically on day 3 and 4, this is how I normally feel or whatever. So it's quite often it's reassuring to talk to him because you really get trapped in your head with how terrible you feel. You really, truly do feel like you're going to die. And your brain is convincing you're going to die because you're poisoning every ounce of your body. It's a race to the bottom. So what dies first, the cancer or you? I'm not trying to bring anybody down or anything. That's just the reality of what I have to go through in order just to live day to day. And I wanted to let you all know that I succeed only because of like Stephanie and my dad and you. Our community is so awesome. Emma and Ben and David send me messages all the time. Emma sends me messages that I can't forward to certain people because they get freaked out. Apparently, I make a really great Katy Perry. So just like, watch out, Katy. I look, yeah, it was fun. But anyway, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, my point is that the whole
Go to
community,
Cruise Buddies. Facebook.
Yeah, go to
Sean
Facebook
and
Cruise
Steph,
Buddies.
Cruise Buddies.
You'll see some of the stuff that Emma posts, which is awesome. But thank you all, every single one of you, Justin, all of our VIP fam, Ella, everybody, every single person, Madison, and Allison, and, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for everything that you all do for us because you take care of us. You really do. I can only get out of bed because I know that when I wake up, I get nothing but love from all of you. So thank you. While I'm suffering, it's great to receive all this love and messages.
So Emma, you asked how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm working currently in one day. I do 3 different jobs. Not all day. I have to split them up. But so that's keeping me, I know it seems like a lot and it is a lot. I am exhausted come 9 o'clock. I'm passing out next to Sean on the sofa. When you see the last shots of me laying there, like I'm literally falling asleep.
Yeah, it's no joke. First of all, she can't act. So there's nothing staged. You're welcome. There's nothing staged. And when she gets tired, it took all of my begging and effort for her to actually record it because she was ready to just go to bed and say, I don't care if it doesn't have an ending tomorrow. I just don't care. Good night.
So, but when I'm doing all this work, it's keeping my mind.
Yeah.
It's not keeping my mind. It's keeping my mind activated, but it's also keeping me on a schedule, which keeps me focused. Maybe that sounds weird, but it's if my mind wanders, it's very funny. When we drive to Jacksonville, it's a little over 2-hour drive to Jacksonville each way. Sean typically sleeps through that whole thing, and it's just me there, and I typically cry going to Jacksonville. Either some sad country song will come on or some sad pop song. Something will trigger me, and then I end up crying for like 20-25 minutes. but it's because my mind's able to wander. When I don't have that wandering mind, when I'm working 3 jobs in a day, I don't get sad. I just stay on task. I stay on topic, what I need to do. If I make a list in the morning, like I have to go to the pharmacy for Sean, I have to get groceries, I have to take the trash out, I have to do this, I have to get gas for the car. If I keep myself on that schedule, it keeps me in a regimen, and I don't get sad or depressed or anything. I wake up, my body naturally wakes up now at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I get up at 5, and I know that I have all of this stuff to do, and I just do it. So it's just, I'm doing good. I'm doing better than I was 3, 4, or 5 months ago.
Oh, big time.
It just, it's been good. So I can't complain. We have a lot of work right now. I have a lot of work, and I can't complain about that. I haven't gotten paid yet. It's coming. That's the life of a freelancer. But
she's owed. She is owed.
I have some money coming in eventually when I get some things. So, but I did start working out 2 days ago. Very proud of you. I'm slowly putting in things into my schedule, like working out, for example. If you were following us on Instagram, I don't even know when it was. I started working out on Instagram, showing my progress. Was trying to get up to 20 minutes on a rower, and I had to stop when I got all my jobs because I didn't have, in my brain, I couldn't have time for one more thing. So I put the working out aside, and now I finally edged it back in. So when I make coffee, I'm not a robot, but sometimes I think like a robot.
Oh, she's a robot.
When I make coffee and I'm waiting for the coffee to be made, I'm just sitting there.
I'm gonna hit pause button here for a second.
Yes.
Just for real. I wish there could be like 2 lines that come up on the screen. Pause, and she's frozen. Everything Stephanie does is at a very specific order. She showers a certain way. She cooks a certain way. Garbage has to be thrown away a certain way. So none of this, I'm a free-floating spirit. I just go where the waves take me. Woo! No, no, no. This woman has a massive military map. She's like, whoosh, we will be doing the following at 15:03, and at 15:07 we will be... Blah, blah, blah. That's her. Don't get it twisted. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
So yes, I do like things regimented, and I follow a schedule every day. I do the same thing.
Even showers. She showers the same way.
If I do not do the same order in the shower, I stand there in the shower and I'm like, oh, I missed something. And then I miss something. I miss something important. I have to do it all in the right order. There's an order to things. There's an order to things.
Sure.
So I realized while I'm sitting making my coffee in the morning, because Sean doesn't really drink coffee anymore because he's been getting up later and it kind of hurts his stomach. Yes, I am OCD, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh yes. You look up OCD and there's Steph going, hi!
So I'm making coffee. I'll be back to my story. I'm making coffee and I'm sitting there and I have 10 minutes while I'm waiting for the coffee to brew because coffee's not instant. So I was like, I could probably work out in this little space. So that's what I'm doing. I did that the last 2 days. I did 10 minutes the first day. I did 15 today. I'm going for 20 tomorrow. So I can fit in my workout in between the coffee brewing and doing my pictures for my realtor company. So I'm really excited. I have it all scheduled. And if I get thrown off that schedule, I'm out.
No, she's cranky.
I'm blue.
She gets cranky. She's
Shut down.
It's difficult to fix that. So.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
But I'll get everything done.
That's true. That's true.
So, that's fine. What can you do? OCD life. But I'm not sad anymore. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm getting up. I'm showering. I'm doing all that normal stuff that I used to do.
She's night and day different. Night and day different. When we first got the news of my cancer, we were both kind of in a trance. The world was continuing to move by, but we felt like we weren't. And it took 6, 7, or 8 rounds of chemo just to even start to acknowledge life outside of the cancer. The first several rounds were horrifying, and it never got any better. It just became something different each time. And still to this day, I'm still, very, very ill. I haven't gotten a tolerance to it or anything, but chemo is just the worst.
Yeah, it isn't. It's just there's no rhyme or reason to it. When you think that you have this path and you're going down it, it zigs and then it zags and then it's a whole different thing, and it's such an for me and my analytical side, it is such an interesting journey. of I want to figure it out and I can't. And that's the OCD analytical side of me. I want to be able to know, okay, on day 2 this happens, on day 3 this happens, on day 4 it doesn't work that way.
No.
And there are some similarities that happen.
Some.
But really it's all over the place, and we're just literally on this ride. It's a ride. It's a roller coaster, and
Yeah, we're definitely not in control of this ride.
No.
That's for sure. And yeah, Liz Graham says that news like that makes your world stop almost. It absolutely did. The only thing that kept us going was when the community rallied around us, and Emma and Ben and David and everyone else did that amazing 12-hour live stream. That warmed my heart, because at the time that was happening, our doctors were saying, this is it. The doctors at the first hospital gave me a 0% chance of anything. She was like, you are going to die. So that wrecked us. So you all saved us, really.
Yep.
Oh, we have another super chat from Emily. Woo.
Look, that's a new song. No. It's that dance. I don't know. I need to find some new music. Hello, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
I can help you with your OCD. I'm okay with my OCD, actually. I'm pretty happy with it. But thank you very much. I'm quite content with where I am right now. I feel like my psyche is in a good place now. I feel good.
Yeah, she's working a lot and not working. She was noticeably depressed. I want to say until about a month ago. Honestly, from February until a month ago, Stephanie was incredibly depressed. I know Steph. We've been together for 13 years. I know most about her, and it was breaking my heart that I couldn't do anything to change it, because it was me that was causing her sadness. So that was brutal. So again, you all come to save us every time. So can't thank you enough for being part of our family.
Julie, you asked about doing something other than a super chat. You can always do our PayPal. I believe the link is somewhere. Sean will probably.
I'll find it.
Sean can post it in the description. Like we always say, we actually don't want any. I know everyone's going through the hardest of hard times right now with everything. The economy is slowly, and I mean like slow as molasses, getting started and getting back up here in the United States, and I'm sure it's like that in every other country. So, please don't feel like you need to do that. But Sean will post it in the description down there. So timing. Justin said when you said I was depressed, and the super chat went, yay! Woo! So that leads us into the next segment then. Let's do this one. How about that? Here we go. That takes us into some cruise news. So we were already talking about cruise stuff going on. As you all know, cruising is kind of a mess right now.
Kind of in limbo.
The Med has some cruises going on, so if you're interested, maybe you can go over to the Med. I don't know. But there are some people, we don't really do cruise news. There are plenty of channels out there that do it, and they do it very well, so we let them do it. And one of those would be our friend Emma. Here she is right here.
Hey, it's Emma.
Emma.
What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know?
So Emma just released this amazing video on where the cruise ships are. Now you can't really read that because it's blue over brown. I'm not very good with the colors. But it does say she has a new video called Where Are Cruise Ships? Where are the cruise ships? And she goes over things called layups. Cool layups, warm layups, cold layups, hot layups. It's a fascinating topic, and Emma covers it amazingly well.
It's a good video. So
good. Check it out. Emma Cruises. She talks about the layup stuff. Fascinating. It is really fascinating.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
And then, of course, Ben and David. Cruise with Ben and David. If you don't know who they are, you probably should do a little search for cruise tips, and you'll find them.
Well, it's most likely your first day on the internet, so welcome.
Could be, yes, could be.
Welcome.
Yes, and Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guide was on the Mindshift cruise 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Morgan's videos are awesome.
Yes. So all of these people, we talked about Morgan last week, but Ben and David just did a whole COVID-19 update on all the lines. So watch that. They're great. It's fantastic to figure out where your cruise ship is, and then you can go watch Emma's and understand where your cruise ships really are, because they're all in layups and everything. So that's really fun. We leave it to the experts for all the news. We get our cruise news from them.
So if we were to report it, it would just be like, This just in from Emma, Ben, and David.
It's just
Oh, wait a second. You could just watch on their channel then. Huh. Middleman.
we leave it to the experts.
Yeah, there's no...
We don't really have time. I know that layup video that Emma did, I had to have taken so much research. And again, I have a specific schedule.
I can't read, so...
I cannot fit any more research in there. So great job, Emma. Great job, Ben and David. You guys did awesome. If you want to know the latest and greatest on your ship or where you're living, any of that stuff, check them out. So yeah, we're talking about cruising. I don't know when it's going to start.
For us, I'm still, my money's on 2021. I'm officially giving up on 2020.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about it last week as well, saying that people were putting in that they think that it's going to be next April, March, April, second quarter of the year, probably. I don't know. We just don't know. So I think
Donnie wants to officiate our wedding, but that's a super, super awesome offer. I surprisingly enough, have been in talks with somebody else about that. So if it doesn't pan out, we can talk about that.
I didn't know
But
that.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for wanting to be an officiant.
I did not know you were.
Well, you know what? You know what? There's things you just don't know.
I guess I'm not planning the wedding.
We'll talk. It's just been cash.
Just like-
I didn't put a deposit down on the band yet or anything. Good gracious.
That's fun. You know what I actually would do for this wedding? I think that I don't want to plan it at all. Because it will stress me out
Yes,
so
let's
much.
open it up to everybody planning it. That could only go right.
No, but not me.
Right, that's my point. All of you, just pick one thing and pick it. That's yours. You do cups, you do ice, you do the tables and chairs, you got napkins. Who cares? It would be a cornucopia of fun.
I'm not planning it. I'm going to have somebody else plan it because I don't want to. I just want to get a dress. That's all I want to do. Oh my goodness gracious. That's funny. That's hysterical. All right.
For those of you cruising in November, I don't wish you ill will. I want you to cruise in November. I just
Yes.
have zero faith in anything leaving the United States before January 1st, 2021. I really do not believe you're going to see any American ports or any American departures before 2021. Mostly because the majority of the fleets that sail from here, they're overseas. So it's going to take time to get them back over here.
Again, if you watch Emma's video,
Yeah, there's
all
no-
about the layups, all the ships there's not even that many that are here. The Carnival fleet is still, I watched Emma's map. So she has this really, in her video, she shows this really cool map with all the ships, which I think you can go to Cruise Mapper or something. She also puts that in her video. And there's a cluster of all the Carnival ships in the Caribbean. But I think they've put some ships in layup too.
Emma says she's going to do a nice video montage of me to be played at the ceremony. I can only wait. I wish I could share half these videos because they're impressive. It's some nice technology there, putting my face on pop stars and yeah.
Oh, Tazar, you said they're coming out September 10th, next cancellation time. Yeah, so we'll see what.
Yeah, everyone's so quick to blame the CDC and whatnot, but it's mostly people that are stopping us from being able to pursue our love of cruising because most people don't wash their hands. And
Right now, it's not wearing a mask.
Right now, it's not wearing a mask as well. Looking at the mask as a sign of protest or anything other than just a medical thing, it's causing nothing but grief and problems. So, even the parks are rough. You know?
Yes.
You always run into at least one person who's gotta have an issue and scream and yell about it, and really, there's just nothing we can do about it. You know.
Yeah, so if everybody just wore their mask and we get through this part, and I don't know. I just don't know when it's gonna. I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't know.
Oh, look, I'm hopeful. If cruising could start back tomorrow and everything could go back to normal tomorrow, I'd be all for it. I think if cruising happens in 2020, you're going to have a lot of contingencies. Like you're going to have to wear a mask the whole time. There's probably going to be plastic hanging everywhere. You're probably going to get sprayed down by various sprays, whatever. And once a vaccine is around, and the worst thing that you're going to get when you check in is maybe they check your temperature with that gun. That's fine, right? But everyone having to prove everyone having to prove they've had a COVID test prior to sailing, that becomes a whole nightmare, and it's against HIPAA.
And it doesn't really. It's not accurate enough.
It's not super accurate
because you could have been exposed the day of the cruise, and you get symptoms at the end of your cruise, and then you spread to everyone. We just keep watching the ships that are sailing right now and hope that they keep sailing with no incidents. That's going to be, honestly, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a bunch of ships sailing, not from the United States, from other countries, to get people to have more faith in cruising here, I think. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I hope we're super wrong. I hope cruising starts tomorrow and just everything goes back to normal. But, there's no real indication of that right this second. I think MSC is being incredibly bold, and I like their moves. I've always liked how bold MSC has carried themselves.
Yes.
But boy, did they luck out, because had they come back on the first sailing with COVID, game over. So boy, did they did the right thing.
But they're still cruising.
They're still cruising.
And if it happens, which we
Just
all
takes
know
one.
that it will
Just takes one.
probably happen, it will set everything back. Again, we hope it doesn't. But for me, it's not an if, it's a win, and that's a dangerous place to be. So
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying they wouldn't enjoy a cruise with a mask. I get that. I totally understand that. It's not, you want to think about nothing when you're on a cruise ship, because everything is thought of for you. Where you eat, when you eat, what to do, when to drink. It's all thought of for you. So now you don't have to worry about anything, except for maybe putting pants on when you leave the cabin.
who needs pants?
Who needs pants?
I've seen it before. Who needs
I've
pants?
seen a lot of things on cruise ships.
Who needs pants? Yeah, so we don't know what's gonna happen with that, but we'll see. But speaking of that takes us into our travel update.
Dum dum dum.
All right,
Yay.
travel update.
What?
So we will be doing more travel updates. For this week, we don't have anything leaving the area, but we are really excited about getting Sean back out into the world. Since his GI issues have been pretty much under control, at least under control enough that he's not dehydrated as much anymore. We are going to attempt to go back to the theme parks. We walk at the parks. So it gives
Rarely
Sean
ride rides.
exercise. Yeah.
Rarely ride the rides.
It has to be empty for us to go on a ride. But we are walking, so hopefully we'll be able to go. Right now, the Labor Day crowds are extremely insane. But when that passes, the rest of the week, we should be going to the theme park. So
Yay! Thank you, Lisa, for the super
you,
chat.
Lisa.
Woo, woo, woo.
I'm
You are awesome.
I'm going to make up my own songs.
Sue Connor says, "Who needs pants?"
Who needs pants? Yeah, so we are hoping, and that'll be fun for the daily vlogs to show you us at the theme parks, which is good. Yeah, so that'll be fun, and hopefully it's good if that works out. So our plan, why it's part of the travel update, is because if that works, then we can start doing farther out stuff. There are some things in Florida that we really want to go see, like we want to go to the not Everglades, because I want to go not with the gators, but what are those things called where you go in your little kayak? Paddle?
Water? Rivers?
No,
I mean, what?
there's special places in Florida.
They're rivers.
Okay, rivers then. I don't know, where you kayak.
You don't walk through
Anyway,
a wardrobe
that'll
and
be
into
some good video.
You don't walk into a wardrobe and it's a new magic land. It's like, ooh, what's behind this sweater? Whoa! What's
have
that
a
thing that you
name.
go in with
like
boats?
a marsh, or I don't know anything
You can
about.
sail in all the marshes you want. I'm good. I'll get you with a drone or
I
something.
don't know what they're called, but we want to go do the things in Florida, like
we want it. There's
kayaking.
fun. There's fun. Wiki Watchy. There's all kinds of stuff that are in Florida
This is
that
my kayaking.
I don't trust Stephanie when
Probably
it comes
fall out.
when it comes to tandem things. Like there's footage of us somewhere where we tested 360 cameras on a tandem bicycle. And there's a hill. We did this at Epcot, and I was riding, and I'm like going up the hill, going, wow, it is incredibly difficult to pedal. And I look over, and Steph's feet are not on the pedals, they're up on the dash, like, sucker. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what happens to us every time we have to propel ourselves. I end up being the motor, if you will.
But this time, I will be pedaling. I will be pedaling us. Mangroves, maybe that's what it's called. I don't know what
Mangroves,
it's called.
they're cool.
But I want to go do that and see the stuff, the Florida stuff.
Florida stuff. The idea is to go out. The idea is we are going to travel anytime we can, anytime that is feasible, in between jobs or whatnot. But we're also looking to take jobs out about in the rest of the country. So in other words, if there's somebody in Nashville we want to shoot, we're looking for work in Nashville. So while we're there, we earn a little bit of money to pay for the trip. And that's basically how we are planning our future is based on extra work to fund the travel. Right?
Yes, that's exactly right. So
And-
we have to take these little steps to figure out if you can go outside and be in.
And people are already approaching us about sponsoring us. So
Yes.
the ball is already rolling. That, that's not a super secret.
No, that's not a secret. This whole minister thing is
We'll talk.
I'm not really sure what's going on there.
We'll talk.
Yeah, so we're hoping little steps for a travel update for this week is to get Sean successfully out into the parks, walking for just a couple hours, get a couple steps in, maybe walk a mile or so, and then get him, if he does that well, if he doesn't have any issues with that, because the last time we went out, which was probably about 12 weeks ago.
Oh, I blacked out.
Yeah, we were at Universal, and he...
Ooh, thank you, Lisa.
I will continue the story in a second.
Oh,
La, la, la.
yeah.
La, 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 la. Who did this one?
Lisa.
My sorbet friend.
I still think it's incredible that across the internet somebody can randomly just flick our lights on and off. That's
pretty fun.
I don't know why I'm the only. I don't know why I find that to be incredible. I just do. It's just someone in another location hit a button and our lights go on and off. If we could only rig up the toilet to do the same thing, that would be awesome. Or not.
So we are going to try. Travel update for this week is to
Yeah.
get Sean to go outside, walk a mile or so, and see if he does okay.
It's been a while since I could walk.
It's been 12 weeks.
Yeah, I'm broken. I'm very much broken.
You're not broken. We're going to fix you.
Yeah.
It's baby steps with this whole thing. So we are, we're hopeful. And it's
hopeful.
little steps. So join us on the daily vlogs this week, because that's what that's the plan for our traveling. We'll be here local, but at least we have the best theme parks in the world.
That's true. That's true.
And they're right down the street.
Which is your favorite park? Jenny wants to know.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I owe Epcot.
Okay.
I owe Epcot a debt of gratitude, and I mean Epcot Center, not the mess that it was before or is currently. When it upgrades, it's going to be great, but Epcot Center itself is the reason I became an artist. There was above Journey to Imagination, there was a playground where you could paint on the screens, and this was in the 80s. They didn't have this, and they had chroma key theater where you were on a green screen and you're jumping up and down and acting and all this stuff. And I was just like, my mind was blown. I was like, I know what I'm going to do today for the rest of my life. So I owe Epcot Center everything. Plus, I owe Epcot a second time around because I was just walking by the land boat ride one day, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with the land boat ride, but it's easily a couple hundred yards from the walking path by the pavilion to the top of the pavilion. Something told me to turn my head left as I was walking, and there's Stef with her gorgeous green eyes and these amazing big old curls in her hair, and I just walked right up to her and started talking to her. I don't do that. I do not harass or approach women. Never have in my life. But that's what happened. So
He did.
I owe Epcot a lot.
That's right.
What about you?
Epcot has a special place in our hearts for a few reasons for me. One, that is where Sean and I met, which is still crazy that happened that way. But there's some cool things that have happened. I was in the parade there, the Tapestry of Nations and Tapestry of Dreams parade. And it was an it was an amazing experience, and
the best parade ever.
we just had a big reunion and on Zoom during the pandemic, and it was so great to talk to everyone. It was like we hadn't even been gone forever, and it's been 20 years since Tapestry has been a thing. So I have Tapestry. So Epcot is amazing. It has a special place, but it's not my favorite as far as where to go. So if you're talking about walking, Epcot is great. It has World Showcase Lagoon, which brings in this magical wind, and it's the only windy place in Orlando, I swear. So you get this nice off-the-water breeze, so that keeps everything a little cooler. I'm not talking about on the 100-degree days, everything's hot in Florida, but on those nice breezy days. So, but as far as rides go, Universal has my ultimate amazing favorite ride that I've ever been on in my life. It is the Hagrid's coaster. I don't know what it's called. Hagrid's something coaster.
It's awesome.
It is the most fun ride I've ever been on. It has so many different pieces and parts, and I'm not giving it away because you all should come here and we should all go ride it together. But it's so fun, and you get to ride on this motorcycle, and it has a little basket seat. What do you call those little seats?
Sidecars?
Sidecar. And you get
Not a basket seat. This isn't a paper route. This is not a little wicker basket on the front of your 10-speed.
It has a sidecar.
There we go.
So you
Get
can
in the basket. Come on.
It is the best ride. So I would say that for rides, Universal and Islands of Adventure, they're my favorite. Disney has some great rides, but then there's someone just posted Disneyland. Disneyland also has Cars Land, which is my ultimate favorite
greatest.
Disney ride I've ever been on. Doesn't beat Hagrid,
Well, it's not the best ride in the world.
No.
But it's really, really close. And the theming for Cars is unreal, especially at night.
Cars Land
at night
just... It's another, like, Hagrid magical experience. You feel like you're in Radiator Springs. It's just so, so great.
Yeah, the theming, if you like the theming of the new Star Wars land, the Cars Land is in the same league. It's like once you're entrenched in the land, you can do a 360 turn, and there's nothing to take your mind away from that theme. It's really well done.
It is so, so good.
So good.
Woo! Another super chat! Yay! Woo! There it is. Dance, dun, 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 dun. This one's from my mom. Hi, Mom! Thanks for the super chat.
So everyone's saying to put you in the basket.
Hey, I actually like to ride in the sidecar. It's actually my favorite seat.
But she doesn't ride in the
Hi,
basket.
Mom! Yeah, so...
So Don, that's a nasty rumor, and being fairly close to the company, I can tell you that that's not going to happen. They're not legitimately looking at moving Disneyland to Texas. The sheer cost of that would be insurmountable, and right now they're operating on fumes. So there is no official discussion about moving the parks.
Yeah, that would never happen.
No.
That's not gonna happen.
That's just a rumor of people just wishful thinking that the West Coast parks would open already, because they're still closed. For us, it's hard to remember that, because our parks have been open now Disney's been open for like over a month, and Universal a couple months, right?
Yep. Oh, there's a month. Yeah. It's Disneyland is having some issues with people. It's the people in California, and there's all kinds of things going on. So they have a slew of different things going on that is preventing them from opening. Plus they're a little more stricter than here.
Well, yeah, because Disneyland's in the heart of a neighborhood. So I mean, there's literally no space between the berm and the outside world. Whereas Florida, we're kind of segmented off, and it's 20 minutes from the gate, or 20 minutes from the edge of the property to any of the gates. So yeah, it's. The sad thing is that Disneyland is a significantly different kind of park. It's a regional park. And their patrons are very demanding. So when they get fed up about things, that's when some of these rumors come out. Like someone dusted off the old New York City rumor. Disney's not building anything in New York City. I mean, are you kidding? Or even outside of New York, the land cost is outrageous. So again, they're always looking for corporations to help offset their costs. They're not looking to spend any money whatsoever right now.
Yeah, it will eventually open. They have a lot of different things that Disneyland's dealing with that Orlando didn't have to deal with, and that's government, that's local, that's all kinds of things. So
Justin said this was posted on a satire site. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Taking it for real though, I'm a part of some really weird Facebook groups that are Disney files, and they, there's no such thing as an apologist like a Disney apologist. So. Which is nice, because we help make the magic, and that's just something fun we get to do. I love that, but it is funny, the rumors that we hear. It is quite funny. Like how the monorail used to go to Hollywood Studios, and then they just ripped up the tracking and threw away the trains. Never happened. You never took the monorail to Hollywood Studios. Sorry, things like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I did have, working at the Land Boat Ride, I had a lady.
It was hilarious.
I was working. What's it called? When you're at the top.
Dispatch is,
I can't remember. Dispatch is where you send the boat. So you have this whole control panel. It beeps at you. It has lights going. You have to know wherever everything is at all times. It's a pretty important position. And the people that are loading the gates were, there was a woman that pulled up in her ECV, which is an electronic wheelchair. Everybody knows them at Disney. They're all over the place. She swore to them, and I didn't see this part because I would have stopped them, but she swore to them that she put her ECV on the boat at the Land Boat Ride.
Never happened.
Well, they put that thing on the boat.
That did happen.
I have never seen such a mess in my life. I was just sitting there like this, like, oh, you did not just do that. That was crazy. Yeah, so we took 6 big, strong guys that worked between Soarin' and the land to come and pick this ECV off the boat to take it off because we couldn't. It would have sunk. It would have sunk the boat. Had we had dispatched that boat into the water, it would have sunk. I was like, we can't have this on here.
Yeah, and
We
Splash
can't
Mountain's
have
already doing that enough, so we just,
Yeah,
leave it
it's
be.
already having enough issues. But yeah, the rumors. I swear it did that.
Yeah, lots of Disney. We love the Disney rumors. A lot of them are quite funny, right? And then of course when Universal starts building a roller coaster and then doesn't talk about it, the rumors swirl like crazy. Velocicoaster is almost done. There's this giant coaster right next to Jurassic Park. No signs, no nothing, and it's massive. It's going to be a great coaster, and they're not saying a word about it, and it's driving the fans crazy. So the rumor mill is going, infinitely faster than normal.
Yeah, the secrets aren't really secrets anymore.
No, they're usually leaked.
Yeah, people, like, even at Disney, if you didn't know this, Disney has code words for all their projects when they're coming out. Well, usually the code words are all leaked online. So most of the time now, when projects happen, like before we went on COVID, if there's a project, no one knows what this is called, because if that project name gets out there, then it's like the rumor mill just goes crazy with it.
Yep.
Things like patents, and the people are watching these things like crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
Thank you, Kat. Kat says, hi guys, I'm in the UK and just wanted to say how much I love your cruising videos and sending you lots of love. Well, thank you for
Thank you
the
very
love.
much. Love back.
And we can't wait to continue to do more travel and cruising videos in the very near future.
I think it's coming close.
It feels, but you know what? The strange thing is, even though this pandemic has been a nightmare, I feel like this year is just flying by. I look up and is it September now? I mean,
It is September.
It's just, and part of that is the fact that, I'm comatose most of the time from my chemotherapy, but wow, has it really felt like it went by quick, don't you think?
It did. So I feel like we blinked and it's been over, which is a good thing. But for us, it's gone fast. But I feel like we were in such a fog for so long that we kind of missed. We never had the chance to feel COVID sad or anything like that because we were having our own issues. And so we missed all of that everyone was like, oh, March or April and May drug on forever because we were all in lockdown. And Sean and I were pretty much in our own little lockdown. So it didn't really affect us like that. We didn't have that same issue. And then all of a sudden it just snapped and it was gone. And the months were just flying by.
Valerie asks if you worked in any other attractions.
I did not. I worked at the Land Boat Ride. Was the only attraction I did. I did a college program in food and beverage at the launching pad in Magic Kingdom underneath the Astro Orbiter.
All the emu legs you can eat.
They're not emu legs. They're turkey legs. They sell turkey legs and slushies. And it was actually, besides Tapestry, which I had a really great time, it was one of the most fun jobs I've ever had, even slinging turkey legs and slushies, but they're not emu legs. On the package it says
I only say it because look how
turkey.
riled up she gets. All you have to do is say emu leg. No, they're not emu legs. Very funny.
they're not. They're turkey.
I also worked multiple jobs. I was a monorail pilot and worked at Playhouse Disney with Bear in the Big Blue House. I used to hang out with Pip and Pop and Bear and Trilo.
Welcome to the Big Blue House.
Most of my job was making sure that crazy parents didn't rush the stage because there's a giant hole in the stage. So I had to stand by the stairwell going, excuse me, I have to be a bouncer at a kids club. So, and by the way, you don't ever want to touch the mats on that floor. I'm just saying.
Yes, if you're not familiar with Playhouse Disney at MGM,
Ooh, just got another.
Another
super chat.
It's coming in. Ready?
Whoa.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da. That's like a game show. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Aaron
Thank you
Smith.
very much for your super chat. That's so awesome. Bear in the Big Blue House, Playhouse Disney we're little kids, so toddlers, preschool age, sit on the floor Indian style. So when they sit on the floor, it is what it is. Things come out of them that is also on the floor. So if you ever go in that show, you should sit in the benches on the back.
And also,
let your kid go up to the front.
The stage managers, they are a little cruel. They have their fun. So when it's time to clean up the pee-pee mats and clean up the theater for the next show, what do they play over the loudspeaker at top volume? Everybody clean up the house. Clean up the house.
Everybody clean up the house. Take it upstairs.
Everybody clean up the house. You want to know how irritating it is to hear that 11 times a day? I got your house.
Yeah, we had some fun jobs at Disney. That was a good time.
Sheila, her cruise was on the Symphony of the Seas was canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh.
We lost 3 cruises as well. So
Sad face,
sad
Sheila.
face.
Ella, it's true. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Mike Dixon got stuck on Haunted Mansion at the in Paris. That's unfortunate. But hey, sometimes it's fun to get stuck. You get to see what goes on behind the scenes.
We've been stuck on a few rides. I think the worst stuck we got on was on Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was right where the donkey is. So they turn off the music when the ride gets shut down and it has an e-stop. But all of the characters still have
all the sound effects
going, and it was just the donkey. Ee-haw, ee-haw. We're like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm about to get out of this boat, go up on that stage, and take that donkey out.
That would have been great video.
I'm going to do it. It was so awful. It was like the worst place that you could think of stopping. It was terrible.
I'm sorry that you got your cruise canceled as well, Justin. So I didn't benefit from this, but does this mean that nobody gets the benefit of the faux pas of the $8 drink pass? Does that mean Royal got out of all that commitment? You tell me, or were they taking those for cruises in 21 as well? I don't know because we haven't booked a cruise in a while.
I wonder if that's all of the $8 they got lucky.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Not that they would rather take COVID over the $8 drink pass. I think they'd take the $8 drink pass at this moment.
Kill the donkey, yes. Poor donkey. This chat has gotten violent. Kill the donkey, yes. 5 p.m. Eastern. Kill the donkey.
Oh, goodness. Hi, Lindsay.
Hello from Scotland.
Hello from Orlando. This has been a really fun chat.
Yes, it's been a wonderful
I
chat.
had a bunch of, Tazar says that yes, they got out of it. I had a bunch of clients who lost that deal. Yeah.
Oh, it only applied to 2020. Okay.
Ah.
That's unfortunate. So did they luck out.
Oh, Patty, yeah, some of the ships have been scrapped, and it is sad.
It is sad.
But we hope that it's sad, but then you think of it being that, well, at least it can keep them in business, and that's what I keep thinking whenever I see one go, an older ship go into the scrapyard. It's like, okay, well, that gives them a little more money to keep going, because I would hate to see these cruise lines. That is my biggest fear right now, is the cruise lines start really
to dissipate.
Yeah, like they're going to be done.
Yeah, it's still the best value typically for any kind of vacation, and it's like a sampler platter. You get to do a bunch of things in a very small amount of time, or nothing. You can go and do absolutely nothing, and very, very, very few vacations are like that. So yeah, we love cruising, as you know, and we feel bad that everyone's lost their ships because
we were supposed to be on the Morella cruise right now.
That's right. We're gonna hang out with Emma and Sana and Ben and David
people.
and
it would have been so great.
And Sparks and
all of the UK cruise vloggers were going to be on the Morella Sunset cruise, the 90s 2000 cruise. It was going to be so fun. It was has like all the bands from that time, and there were the UK bands and we had a little bit of crossover in the United States. I looked it up. So it would have been so much fun, and we lost that one. That was a hard one because it was going to be a sponsored cruise, and it was pretty big one, and we were so excited, and we would get to go to England again.
But you want to know something? I'll support Morella from now until the day I die, because they contacted us out of the blue and said, we're really sorry about Sean's illness. If there's anything we can do, please let us know. He's in our hearts. They don't have to do that. I don't know anyone at Morella. I have no personal relationships with anybody at Morella, and they took the time out while they were talking to us about sponsoring us to send a really lovely message. So I have to say Morella is awesome for that.
Yeah, and they gave, during the telethon that Ben and David and Emma, they donated a 7-night cruise, which is amazing.
Yeah, come on.
They have just the naughties, the 90s versus the...
Naughties?
I don't know. The 2000s? Oh.
We do not say the naughties. Someone would assume that I'm talking about pornography or something. I don't... Hey, anybody see the naughties last night? I just don't... I would be afraid to just bring up that particular term in a restaurant or something, like, at Subway. Hey, I know this is 2 for $5, but... I'm not going to say it. Do you know anything about the naughties?
Deborah, yes, our P.O. Box is still in Winter Garden. And it is on if you go on our YouTube page and you go to the About section, our address is there. It's listed there. So Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We were so excited to see everyone because it would have been
we were
everybody
just-
in one place. It would have been so fun.
We had an incredible time when we went to Europe last time, and we didn't get to spend enough time with anybody. It felt like we knew Emma for years. It felt like we knew Ben and David for years. So
Yeah, it's forever our family, and we can't wait to get back there. We're gonna get back there, and we're gonna celebrate this ending of this whole thing and big whole life celebration. It'll be really fun, and we'll plan that one out too. Maybe we can fly you guys over here for our wedding. That would be kind of fun. When we get you a berth on our ship, you can snuck you under.
Get me a berth?
No, Emma and Ben and
Oh.
David and Sana. Get them over here for our wedding.
Yeah, Sana said that we could have hidden her in our luggage on the Epic. She said we were greedy for having that 2-bedroom. Yeah, that's true.
We could have. That was a big space. Big space. We'll see. We'll see if we can work that out. That would be so much fun too.
Sue, I'm actually having one of the worst days of my life, but I'm trying to take a page out of Stephanie's book, and I'm allowed to have bad moments, but I cannot have bad days. Same with my dad. My dad texts me every day to make sure I'm doing okay. This week, even though the chemo and the pain haven't been as bad, the other side effects have been terrible. The GI stuff is still really bad, and for me, between days 3 and 5 or 2 and 6, you get really, really dark thoughts because your body's dying. You're fighting poison in your body. That's the only thing I can say. So right now, I'm amidst a panic attack and a lot of struggling, and the live chat helps me. This is cathartic for me, so thank you for helping me. It's also cathartic for Stef because it's different. We get to, this is as close as we get to leaving the house, so.
Talking to you.
Yeah, we're talking to you, our cruise fam. But yeah, no, definitely not feeling better, feeling pretty terrible. But I'm trying to stay focused, and as soon as we're done with the live stream, we have some homework to do and some stuff to do. But we've been trying to, even for just 30 minutes, just sit right next to each other on the couch and just hold each other because this journey is unreal. I can't compare it to anything. But going to the Mayo and seeing people, 20 years my senior, all hacking and dying, and that I'm one of the very few people who are going in the right direction. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. So I love and pray for everybody at that building. It was scary. Was it Wednesday? How packed it was. It was like waiting in line for Space Mountain. I just couldn't believe how many people had cancer. It was unreal. So thank you. You all are doing more healing for me than the chemo is. That's a promise. This community came around from nowhere and just we didn't expect anything.
No, we didn't. We didn't
You're
expect
awesome.
anything.
You're our family. You're permanently part of it. There's nothing you can do about it now. You done screwed up. You took care of me, so now you're family.
We're so thankful for all of you, and just Sean was crying before the live stream, and I was hugging him, and you guys have made this is you've perked him up and showed him. It's just another thing to say that it's still worth fighting for. Life is still worth fighting for, and talking to you guys shows him that. And so thank you very much for coming to our live streams and for all of your messages that we get publicly and privately. We cannot thank you enough for all of them.
A comment on all the messages. We are so far behind. We are not ignoring
oh my
you.
gosh, we are so far behind.
I've
so
got
sorry.
on Instagram. We've probably got something in the neighborhood of 700 or 800 DMs that we have not responded to yet. So I'm sorry. We try. We absolutely try. If you've messaged us on a social and we haven't messaged you back, it's nothing personal. It's just I'm probably in the hospital or something else is going on and we didn't catch it. So
I'm working another job.
Yeah, she's working 5 jobs over here. So, but we truly love you all. And Sue, I didn't mean anything about what you said. I was just sharing with you. I didn't mean to make it come off strong or anything. I'm suffering, and you and everybody else are helping me because literally, like Steph said, I was just weeping 5 minutes before the live stream started because of the super dark thoughts and the amount of pain that you get on chemo. So, and it's uncontrollable. I'm not typically that open of a person. This show has made me open, but yeah, up until like 4:55, I was weeping like crazy just because of how much pain I'm in. So I can't thank you all for your love.
It's not physical. It's a mental.
Yeah.
It's mostly mental right now.
Chemo right now is mental anguish right now.
Yeah, the physical pain we actually have pretty much under control, which is a really good thing. But yeah, you guys have really brightened Sean's day, brightened his spirits, and it's funny. We usually I know it's getting late and 6 o'clock, but I wanted to say that you guys usually you make us so happy that we can work. We will probably end up working until 10 o'clock tonight because we have this like adrenaline of good feelings and good vibes, and we're really pumped up, and it's really exciting, and that's because of you guys. So thank you very much.
You guys are awesome.
Yes. Okay. So on that note, we will not keep you guys any longer, but
Yep.
this has been so fun.
It's been amazing. We love Sunday chats with you. We really, truly do.
We do. So good.
Thank you for watching our daily vlogs as well. And I will do my best to get them out as quickly as I can. I still have that monkey on my back, so it depends on if chemo allows me to work or not.
Yeah, but they're all done by weeks.
Yeah.
So I color coded them, so even if they don't come out on that day or the day after, you still know that this week is green, or this week is red, or this week is blue. So that gives a lot less stress for Sean to make sure that he has to get them out. Like he's like, if there's a machine, there's no machine. We have them all here. He can work on them whenever he wants to, whenever he feels up to it. So they are coming. We have all the footage, but yeah.
And thank you for all the love. I truly love and adore every single one of you. Truly. Thank you so, so much for taking up time. Thank you for watching the live after the fact. We always get messages like, oh, I missed it, but I went and watched it. That's awesome of you. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really do love you all.
We love you guys so much. Big kisses mwah, to everyone.
Virtual
And
hugs.
Virtual hugs. I think I smacked you in the face. We love you guys so much. Have a great week. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. Remember, be safe and have a good time. All that fun stuff. And
please go on Facebook and look for Sean and Stef Cruise Buddies. It's an awesome group. It's most of the people that are in here, and everybody's positive. It's a really positive, different kind of group. If you're looking for moaning and whining, that's not it. So if you're looking for something different, come on down.
All right, on that note, we will say goodnight, and we'll
everybody.
see you next Sunday for Tea Time with Sean and Steph.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. We love you.